Hello, Henry Groh here with a review of an inexpensive buyout tweeter from Parts Express. This was installed in a Bose 301 a direct reflecting speaker that somebody gave me that had blown woofers and 3 blown tweeters. And I guess I could get this off. I couldn't really find a suitable woofer for it, so I ended up resurrounding the woofer. So that's glued back on. That's a new surround that I glued on that woofer. That's the original woofer. And then the original speakers here, these tweeters, were screwed into a tapped hole in the magnet. And I didn't do that again, I just glued it. So this is just a glue joint here with a good epoxy that's suitable for plastic because we're bonding here to plastic. So that's just glued in place. This kind of strange design is got a front firing tweeter and a rear firing tweeter so that it like bounces off the walls. What if you're in a bookcase or something that's all covered up and you want the sound to come out? I don't know. But these are pretty popular at the time. Anyway, so there, this tweeter is mounted there, glued in, and let's check out how it performs. So before installing it in there, I made some measurements. And here it is, just to give you an idea here, Parts Express. It's a 2-inch tweeter that's actually sealed. This back side here is sealed, which is kind of nice, protected from the elements a bit. And it's a whopping $1.50. So it's basically a free tweeter. You still have to pay the shipping though, sorry. Now, I guess I'll give you the bad news, or the only thing that I don't like about this tweeter so far really is this little number right here. The resonant frequency of the tweeter is rather high, about 1800 hertz, and that means if you're using a first order crossover like I usually do, you have to cross it over quite high, like 6,000, which I don't care for. But in this case, I'm mounting it in series with another 8-ohm tweeter. So I'm bending the rules a little bit and crossing it over closer to 3,000 or 4,000. Now, let's see. There we go. Now here is the frequency response that I got for this tweeter. And it's not smoothed a lot. This is 1/24th smoothing from 1,000 to 20,000 hertz. And it's not bad. A lot of tweeters will peter out completely after, say, 13,000. But this is giving me some sound out there in the airy highs that you can hardly hear, that only your dog can hear. And it's pretty darn smooth where it counts between say 3,000 and 10,000. So I would say it's a pretty nice tweeter. It's definitely worth the price of less than $2. Opens up all sorts of crazy projects that you might want to just throw something into and try. And for even a nice set of speakers, like if you're trying to refurbish a set of Bose, goes okay in there. So that's it. I'm giving it a pretty positive review. I think it's a real nice little tweeter. Now here it is. This is the frequency response, the sweep in my basement with horrendous acoustics. Okay, here's my basement. Check out all those reflective surfaces. So you can't expect something nice and smooth out of my basement, but this is pretty flat. I am satisfied with the response of this speaker after I get it all put together. Oh, now for some reason I've cut off the back side of it a little bit, but let's see. I have another let's see. Well, let's just fix that. Let me go to the limits. And, oh, I don't know. It says 30. Apply. There. I don't know what happened, but there. So now that frequency response is from 30 hertz down here. So it's giving me sound up to around, down into the 40s, which is pretty low. 30 you can hardly hear. It's mostly feeling. And pretty good. Say above 50. And I don't, so anyway, there you go. There's the response of the whole speaker. Pretty nice little tweeter, and just wanted to share that with you. If you were thinking about some little project that you need a little tweeter for, here it is. Now the other little quirky thing about it is mounting. It's a press fit. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to do that. A hole that's almost exactly the right size, and then you glue it in place. In this case, I glued the back side of it, so it worked for me. So if it works for you, I encourage you to give it a try. Bye-bye.